America just hit the gas on a big old truck. Problem is no one's sure where we're driving or if it even runs on gas anymore. Trump's win, it's a big deal for energy. See, America's been trying to kick its fossil fuel habit, going green and all. Windmills, solar panels, the whole shebang. But Trump, he loves coal, loves oil, thinks climate change is a Chinese hoax. You can see why folks in the clean energy biz are sweating a bit. Now, America's kind of a big deal in this whole energy transition thing. We're one of the biggest polluters, yeah, but also a leader in renewable energy. What we do affects everyone. So, this election, it's not just about American jobs or American electricity bills, it's about the planet, folks. No pressure, Mr. President. Thing is, even with Trump in charge, the shift to cleaner energy, it might just keep rolling. Why? Because it's not just about politics, see? It's about money, too. Solar and wind power are getting cheaper, competing with dirty fuels. And those clean energy jobs, they ain't going away overnight. So buckle up, America. It's gonna be a bumpy ride on the road to a cleaner future. Will Trump slam the brakes? Will he steer us in a whole new direction? Or will the momentum from clean energy keep us moving forward, even if it's slower than some folks would like? Only time will tell. Trump's made it clear he loves coal, thinks it's gotten a raw deal. Wants to bring back coal jobs, even if it means rolling back environmental regulations. He's promised to do the same for oil and gas, wants to drill, baby drill. Now, some experts, they say this is going to be great for the fossil fuel industry. They're predicting a boom, saying America will become energy independent. But hold your horses, folks. Not everyone's convinced.
See, the energy market is a fickle beast. Just because Trump wants to bring back coal doesn't mean it's going to happen overnight. Natural gas, it's cheaper and cleaner than coal, and it's already pushing coal out of the market. And those renewable energy sources, they're getting cheaper all the time.
Plus, there's this little thing called the Paris Agreement. You know, the one where all the countries agreed to cut emissions. Trump said he wants to pull out. Problem is, a lot of businesses, they're already moving towards a low-carbon future. They see the writing on the wall, know that climate change is real and it's going to cost them money. So even if Trump tries to revive fossil fuels, he might find that the market's already moving on. Let's be blunt. Trump's stance on climate change is terrifying to a lot of folks. He's called it a hoax, wants to ditch the Paris Agreement and roll back environmental regulations. Scientists are freaking out, and for good reason.
See, climate change is real, it's happening right now, and it's caused by humans burning fossil fuels. We're talking more extreme weather, rising sea levels, the whole 9 yards. If Trump goes through with his plans, it's gonna make it a whole lot harder to avoid the worst effects of climate change. The US, we're a big polluter, and if we're not doing our part, it makes it harder to get other countries on board. Plus, all those environmental regulations Trump wants to get rid of, they're there for a reason. They protect our air, our water, our health.
Look, even if you don't believe in climate change, and seriously, what planet are you living on? Pollution is bad for you. It causes respiratory problems, heart disease, all sorts of nasty stuff. So yeah, Trump's plans are bad news for the planet and they're bad news for our health. Section 4. States and companies picking up the slack. Here's a glimmer of hope. Trump might not have as much control over the energy transition as he thinks.
See, a lot of states, they're already way ahead of the federal government on clean energy. California, for example, they've got their own ambitious goals for renewable energy, and they're not backing down.
And it's not just blue states either. Even some traditionally red states like Texas, they're investing heavily in wind and solar power.
And here's another thing. Businesses, they're getting in on the act too. More and more companies are setting their own goals for reducing emissions, investing in renewable energy, and making their operations more sustainable.
Why? Because it's good for business, it saves them money, it appeals to environmentally conscious consumers, and it's good for the planet.
So even if the Trump administration drags its feet on clean energy, states and businesses might just pick up the slack. They're not waiting for permission from Washington, they're just getting on with it.
And that's a good thing, because we need all hands on deck to tackle climate change and transition to a cleaner energy future.
Section 5, tech to the rescue? Okay, let's talk tech, because here's the thing, the clean energy revolution, it's not just about politics, it's about innovation. And in that department, things are looking up.
Solar panels, they're getting cheaper and more efficient all the time. Wind turbines, they're getting bigger and more powerful. And then there's energy storage, the key to making renewable energy more reliable. Batteries are getting better and cheaper. making it possible to store solar and wind power for when the sun's not shining and the wind's not blowing.
And it's not just the hardware, folks. Software, data analytics, artificial intelligence, all of this is playing a role in making the grid smarter, more efficient, and more reliant on renewable energy.
We're talking smart meters, demand response programs, and all sorts of fancy tech that's helping to integrate more renewable energy into the grid.
So even if Trump tries to slow down the clean energy transition, technology might just outpace him. The cost of renewable energy is going down, the technology is improving, and there's a whole lot of momentum behind this shift.
And that's a reason to be optimistic, even in these uncertain times.